Right then, I hope you're all doing well. What I'm going to cover this week is how to make crispy onion. So in terms of Indian and Middle Eastern cuisine, this is quite a core and essential ingredient. It's nice as garnish topping. It's also very good for biryanis, aubergine stews. It's good to add into cooking to soak up those flavours. Add a bit of crunch. It's absolutely superb. But what I want to do is I want to show you how to make a healthy version of this. I'm going to cover two different variations of this. I'm going to cover one with the onion and then one with the shallots. I'm going to do this oil-free so that it's plant-based compatible, because you can buy crispy onion from supermarkets, but it's not healthy. The amount of oil they add is not good. They add a lot of oil. Deep fry these, but also it's a type of oil they use as well. So let's get going. First, peel your shallots, then discard all the outer leaves. And what you want to do is you want to finely chop these shallots as fine as you possibly can. And place these into a side bowl ready. Next, take your large onion and slice into half. And again, you want to slice these really finely, as fine as you can possibly go. Then also place this into a side bowl ready. So they're going to be really circular because of small shallots. So this is going to have a really different effect and also a different flavour. And then with the large onions, you want to chop these into half, but then really finely slice. You can use one of these guillotine type of slices where you get a really consistent. But I love onions. Yeah, even if it does make you cry. Yeah. So next thing is two different ways of doing this, either in your air fryer tin or in the oven on a really slow temperature. The key thing here is you just need to keep turning. You really need to keep your eye on it. So let's turn the air fryer on. Yes, really easy on my Ninja. Circular power button on the far left. Then on the right you've got your minutes, which you're going to set to 5. And then on the left you've got your temperature, which you're going to set to 150 degrees. Next, you want to open your air fryer and use the appropriate tray. In this case I'm using the air fryer basket. Now close the lid and then press start, which is on the far right side. Once the air fryer is ready, it should beep just to let you know it's ready. Just open the lid and then add your shallots into the basket and then just even out and close the lid. Just checking halfway through. It smells absolutely lovely. Just going to give these a slight stir. I mean, look at that, there's no oil in there. And leave the oven 2.5 minutes. And once it's done, the first 5 minutes, you just want to remove the lid. Almost want to prevent burning. Just want to char them slightly, which is why it's always important to do it on low heat. Another 5 minutes. 150 degrees. Still just requires a little bit longer, just due to not completely drying out. But this should take roughly between 10 and 14 minutes really. Just be careful not to push it around too much because you end up putting everything underneath. And that's when you just be careful you end up really drying them out. You can actually remove this from there and just take all of them out because they're actually done. And that's actually done now, so I'd actually remove. So now that we've done the shallots, the next step is to actually cook the onions. So open your air fryer or your oven and place your onions into the tray. Then just roughly grate these up with your hands and distribute them across the tin evenly. And then finally close the lid. So just good, that's halfway through now, just drying out nicely. Right, if your onions are slightly still a bit wet, what you can do is you can just set this onto the dehydrate function. And all you're doing is pressing the dehydrate button here. Just set it on 1.5 hours on the lowest heat. I've finally removed these from the air fryer, and I've actually, a little tip, because you don't want to burn these, is just put it on a dehydration function. I really love this tool, this Dymo, which is a label machine got off Amazon. I've just done a little label here, crispy fried onions, oil free. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it into one of these containers. It doesn't really need to be airtight. I'm just going to pack this into here. And this will keep for ages, months. You know, you've taken the water out of it. You don't need any additives or preservatives for this. And here we have it, just put the lid on here and look, check that out. Some crispy fried onions, oil free. Also put it into a nice little side bowl that you can put on the table, like so, which is really nice. And you can just take it out and people can just put it on top of the food as a garnish. Superb. I've also covered up a couple of recipes. Vegan jackfruit biryani, which you can check out. I'm also covering a pomegranate aubergine lentil stew, and that actually uses it inside and just adds and soaks up that flavour. An essential thing to making. Really good to enhance plant-based foods. This is one of the best things you can do at home. Not just oil-free, but if you're actually using oil, you can use much less, but also the right type of oils if you are going to use them, so that you adapt this to your vegan or plant-based or even health-conscious, whatever diet you're doing. So really hope you're enjoying the show. Please do subscribe. Lots of love and passion going into this. I'm almost nearly up to 100 videos now and cover a broad range of different things, but really loving these things, which are nice, easy tips and things to do in advance, so that when you do come to do midweek meals and things like that, it's really easy. So also check out a playlist for air fried recipes. Enjoy!